Ogbono soup is a Nigerian soup made with ogbono seed. Today I'll share with you how to cook ogbono soup with okra. The ingredients for this soup are I'll be using okra, blended ogbono, stockfish. Before I show you the other ingredients, this is what blended ogbono looks like up close. And I'll also be sharing with you what ogbono seed looks like much later. The other ingredients are cooking oil for frying, palm oil, crayfish powder, pepper, salt and seasoning. Here I have my mackerel fish, already cleaned and ready to be cooked. Take a look at how clean it is. If you'd like to learn more about how to clean mackerel fish, I have that video on this channel. To start, I'll proceed to add some salt to the mackerel fish, just to ensure that my mackerel fish tastes amazing and nice after cooking. Then I'll toss the fish up and down for about 1 to 2 minutes to ensure that the fish is properly coated with the salt. Now, at this point, I like to say this. If you'd also like to learn about how to roast mackerel fish, you can also find that video on this channel. So don't forget to like this video, leave your comment, share this video and subscribe. This is the next step. The second step is to mix the ogbono, the blended ogbono, that is with the palm oil. I'll add some palm oil to the ogbono and then I'll mix very well until I get a uniform texture and consistency. There are two different ways for mixing ogbono with palm oil. You can use this method that I'm showing you, and the other method is called the frying method, which I'll show you much later in another video. Ogbono and okra soup is a very delicious combo, and it is popularly enjoyed with fufu, eba, amala, pounded yam and many more. Now let me show you what ogbono seed looks like. This right here is ogbono seed. These seeds are grinded to that powder from which you saw earlier. Now it's time to prepare the okra for cooking. Remember I said this video is on how to prepare ogbono soup with okra. So it's time to grate the okra. You can slice your okra, you can grate your okra with even the smallest part of your grater, or you can just even turn your okra to paste. It depends on your choice. But for this recipe, I would like to grate my okra to a should I say, to have a not too smooth and not too big texture, just as it is here. Now it's time to fry. I'll pour some oil into my frying pan and I'll allow the oil to get hot. As soon as the oil is hot enough, I'll start to put my fish into the oil. Remember, this is mackerel fish, but you can use any type of fish of your choice. You can also use chicken, you can use beef, you can use turkey. The list is endless. It depends on your taste and what you love to see or what you love to eat when you prepare soup. Now, I'll fry both sides of all the fish, and after I'm done frying, let me show you. This right here is what my fried fish looks like. So it's time to cook. I'll pour some water into my pot and then I'll add my cleaned stock fish. I'll cover the pot and allow the stockfish to cook for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I'll add my blended pepper, my salt, yes, and I'll also add seasoning. After adding the seasoning, I'll add some crayfish powder and mix everything up very well. Then I'll proceed to add the mixed ogbono in small batches. As soon as I add one batch of ogbono, I'll mix very well to ensure that it dissolves properly in the liquid in the pot before I proceed to add the other one. The reason for this is to ensure that I do not have any lumps in my ogbono soup. By lumps, I mean if you do not mix your ogbono well with the water or with the liquid to ensure that it dissolves well, there is a high chance that the ogbono will become lumpy and you don't want that. Now, after mixing in the ogbono, I'll proceed to add my okra. You can choose to add the okra now or you can choose to add it much later. But for this recipe on how to make ogbono and okra soup, I like to add my okra now. I'll mix the okra very well as well, just to ensure that everything is well mixed and it dissolves very well. And then As I'm looking at this soup, it's going to be very, very thick. So I decided to add a little bit more water. After adding the water, I proceeded to mix very, very well. Now, let me state this. The ingredients for this recipe would be listed in the description box. So if you'd like to read about the full ingredients of ogbono soup, I would have everything listed in the description box. After cooking, I cooked for about 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, my ogbono soup is almost ready. Ogbono soup does not take so long to cook. That's the beauty of the soup. And now I'd add the fish, the fried fish. Like I said, you can use beef, you can use chicken, you can use turkey. As far as I'm concerned, it depends on your taste and preference. But for this recipe, I'm using fish. After adding the fish, I'll proceed to mix very well again. And as you know, the fish has already been fried, so it's been cooked already. And the ogbono soup has already been properly cooked as well. So I'll be cooking for an extra 10 minutes just to make sure that the ogbono soup gets into the fish and the fish flavor gets into the ogbono soup. We want everything to be tasting very nice and yummy. Oh, and as I continue, let me tell you one thing. Ogbono seed in English is called bush mango. Well, my ogbono soup is ready and it's time to serve. So I would like to explain further on the ogbono seed statement I made earlier. Ogbono seed is found in a fruit called bush mango. To extract the ogbono seed from the bush mango is first peeled. After it's been peeled, it's dried, and then the seed in the bush mango is cut open to expose or to get to the ogbono seed. Then the ogbono seed is now dried. It has to be properly dried to have a proper taste. After the ogbono seed is properly dry, then they are ready to be used for cooking. That's the seed I showed you much earlier. Well, as you may have noticed, I've been serving my ogbono soup since, but I just wanted you to understand the process of how ogbono seed is gotten. Okay, my ogbono soup is ready, and I hope you enjoyed this video on how to prepare ogbono soup step by step. Would you be trying this method? If you would want to cook ogbono soup, try this method. You will like it. It's very nice. It's simple and straightforward. Yes, and ogbono soup and okra, or should I say, let me say, ogbono and okra soup is one Nigerian soup that I think you need to try. If you've not really tried this soup, you may be missing out on something delicious and amazing. This is what my ogbono soup looks like. It's ready to be enjoyed, eaten, and devoured. Thank you for watching this video to this point. Don't forget to like this video, leave your comments, and share.